All right, Pisces, here we are. We made it to May. Good job. So April was big. Let's look at what May has in store. What I'm going to do this month, if you've been following along, is I'm going to add an extra tarot card just to anchor us further into the 3-card story, which is a bit more about how things are going to play out. I find it easier to integrate a story from spirit in chapters. It helps our brains to understand that you have to go through this part, then that part to get to there. There's no shortcuts, and the anchoring card can really help us to understand from what perspective can we hold this medicine or this healing this time. Because for those of us doing a lot of inner work, for those that like the psycho-spiritual flavor of transformation and spirituality, that's certainly something that I focus on. We can explore all these perspectives in our minds, all the archetypes that we have available to us. Certainly in Ankara's teachings, we have many guides to speak to, and we know them all by name, by role. We know exactly what they sound like, look like, their names, the whole thing. So it gets us used to different perspectives from spirit because they have characters and embodiments and different backgrounds. So it gets our minds used to that there's not one way, because what we're trying to get out of is one-way thinking, which is usually the ego, which is related to a lot of suffering, because we're so much more than our ego, and we're so much more than just the thoughts that that narrative provides. When we have these different archetypes and different spiritual sources to go to, it's like having 5 mentors in the room, and they've all got sound advice, and they all care about you a lot, and they're all invested in your evolution, but it doesn't mean that one is right. That's the construct of our world, and that's where we all get tripped up on the most. My God, there's a lot of reverse cards this month. Let's do it. Okay. So your anchor card is Ace of Wands. This means we've got a fresh start. There's a brand new beginning, a fresh start that's going to invigorate creativity, passion, joy, excitement. It's fresh energy. So for a month, you're going to have the opportunity to see things from a fresh, energetic perspective. So we might have to hack into that a little bit, and we'll look into that now. It might need to be, if you want the energy, then you're going to have to pursue something new. You're going to have to get out there and have conversations with people. You're going to have the courage to start something, or, it's really just getting that canvas out or starting the blog or whatever it is. And from that, the medicine will come through. We're going to start from a blank canvas completely. We're going to start as if we've never been hurt and nothing's ever been taken from us. I know that's hard. But when we come from that free and easy place and we pursue something with new energy, we can find what is necessary in the depths. What is necessary is a part of you is going to break away. So in this new beginning, could be a new hobby, could be a new person, could be a new job, environment, whatever. There is the feeling of embarking out on an adventure without anything to lose, which is an exceptionally healing feeling at times. You're going to start again, or that's what it's going to feel like, and you can do it different this time. And in that fresh new surge of energy, a part of you will break away. So maybe it's a part of you that says, I can't, or I shouldn't, or what will people think? There's a part of you that does need to go. So the ego death around that will be that you can change the viewpoint or the story of your life just from having the courage to step out and start something new. So it's interesting. I've been watching stories about women in their 50s and in their 70s going back to dancing or like fitness or something both creative and energetic, and saying it's like a whole new lease on life. We're looking for the same exuberance that actually makes a part of you melt away. So a woman in her 70s going into dance classes is going to be confronting, difficult. She's going to feel like she's too old, that she's not going to keep up with things. But if she stays at it with that energy, like, well, what the hell? What have I got to lose? She can actually reframe a part of her ego that maybe was stuck in excuses. And when we do that, these are strong cards, Pisces. Queen of Swords will come in and say, right, this is how it is. No more excuses, no more bullshitting, no more complaining. This is the new beginning. This is how we're going to do it. These are the thought systems and the belief systems we're going to need, right? She comes in with clarity and concisement, particularly from the mental plane. So anyone starting out on a new adventure would have that feeling of, here we go, we're learning something, this is great. And then there would need to be a structure of organization around, right, next time this happens, we're going to believe in ourselves and we're going to get out there and do it anyway. And if you're not going to do it, someone else is going to do it. So take that new experience, that new energy, that new burst of creative, fresh start. Head into the situation as if you've got nothing to lose, you've never been hurt, and there's no barriers. Whatever barriers you face are the ones that need to go. They need to die. We're done with them. So it's only you preventing you from that classroom. It's only you saying that you're too old and you can't do it and you don't have the skills and all the things. Because when Queen of Swords come in, she says, I told you we could do it and we're going to do more. Here we go. She does not muck around, that queen, I tell you. And she will ignite motivation wherever she needs. So it might be a bit of kick in the behind that says, right, you can do anything you want to do. The only problem is how you're getting in the way of that. If we're structured and we're organized and we have the right thought patterns and belief systems and you can actually motivate yourself to do it, then let's get out there and do it. And say no to anyone or anything that's going to get in the way, because this is about your healing, your ego death, and what needs to fall away into the parameters of I can't or I shouldn't, right? Strong energy this month, Pisces. This is going to be really exciting. And it's going to start with that fresh new beginning. And that new beginning should feel like joy, even though when you're in it, there's parts that are difficult. So a lot of people I know, particularly a lot of Pisces, will say, oh, I don't want to do it because I know I'm going to feel uncomfortable when I'm there. We're actually trying to surge past that point, knowing you're going to feel uncomfortable, but don't ignore the lessons in there because they're really important. We need the fresh start, and then we need the changes in the mind around it. So if you do start a new class, if you start a new project, if you go out there, it's like what happens in the magic of reorganizing yourself around it is what we need. So it is that belief that we can do whatever we want. It is the double-edged sword around, well, if we want to get it done, it's us that has to do it. And there are difficult, sharp parts to it as well. And we're going to have to get through those difficult thoughts that say I can't and the imposter syndrome that shows up every single time. But if we can clear it and cut it and move beyond it and say, well, I'm doing it anyway, then that queen really shines. And she shines through intellect. So when you're looking towards the outcome, look towards what actually sharpens my mind. Is it getting beyond the excuses? Is it getting through the brain fog? Is it getting through the stagnation and the melancholy of I can't? And if it is, it's up to us. The owl comes through for you as a shadow card. The owl doesn't muck around. So I have a lot of students with owl totems and their instincts are top notch, but they can often see and understand things that they're not ready for. The owl hunts in the night. It hunts through the shadows. It's not in the daytime with all of its mates while the sun is shining. It's really seeing through the darkness and seeing things that other people can't see. So you're being asked to trust your instincts and know that you're looking further into the shadow than most. So if you're going straight to the part that you know is going to bring a lot of pain, what about everything else? And what about the naive part that we need that just says, I'm going to step off the cliff anyway. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. The owl says, we know you can see everything that's going to go wrong, and we know that you're scared, but you might have to trust your instincts anyway. You might have to be the reason that you jumped in, take the risk, leap off the cliff, right? Does that make sense? So metaphorically speaking, you're going to take a risk. And there's going to be discomfort in it, but a part of you is going to dissolve finally so that you can come into your true nature and speak your truth and be the voice that you need to hear for you and maybe for other people, and trust your instincts. I mean, the owl and the Queen of Swords are good friends, very good friends, because she can see things that other queens can't see, and she can put language and intellect to it. So she is very good at transmuting her instincts and her intuition into language so she can explain it to herself and explain it to other people. The other queens aren't so good at that. They're moved by feeling, or they just go out and do it anyway. But swords people are very good at learning from all different sources and trusting instincts. They're picking up things that maybe wands people can't pick up. Wands have to go out there and do it. Cups have to sit back and feel it. And Pentacles probably will just go through it very, very slowly and try and restrict collateral damage at all times. But the swords are very clear, very sharp, and they can get the information from places where the others can't. So go out there, get the fresh new start, act as if you haven't been hurt before, and act as if you have no responsibilities, and you'll find this link. This link is powerful. So expect a big upgrade in your intuition and in your claircognizance, which is downloading from spirit knowledge and information that you have no idea where it came from because it doesn't relate to your experiences. So when Queen of Swords and owls hang out, so if Queen of Swords had a animal ally, it would probably be owl, and the owl would come through. The owl is no fuss. It doesn't sugarcoat things. It's really like that person's lying to themselves. Don't go near that. This is a bad idea. You're staying too small. All of this truth that is hard hitting, and the instincts say, go into the depths, go further. And she would trust that animal ally to have a clear depiction and language and intellect around why. So trust in your animal allies. There is a shadow part to the owl, which is, it's not often comfortable how quickly and well that truth comes in. Queen of Swords will take you through what we're going to do with the resources around that. What are we going to do with the instinctual patterns? What are we going to do with the fresh new start? She'll organize it for you and make sure it's the smartest, most intellectual way of doing it. Watch your speech, watch your tongue, and make sure that the words that you are speaking are ready to be spoken. Because when this energy comes through, we can get into the trap of speaking truth to people and spitballing all of this stuff that is pretty onto it, but maybe no one is ready. So hold it in your own psyche for a little while and maybe find some outlets to run it through your system a few times so that you know that it's articulated and compassionate and all those things that we need from that queen-like energy. All right, Pisces, I hope that serves you well. Have a beautiful May. I'll see you next month. Love you. Bye.